If you're anything like me, you can't wait for this election stuff to be over. Whole bunch of pocket PhDs. Everyone all of a sudden cares about politics. No one talks about politics the first 3.5 years, but when it gets close to election time, all of a sudden everyone wants their team to win. A whole bunch of ill-informed voters going out there to vote for some people that they'll never sit down and have a dinner with, never have a drink with, just waiting to be pandered to. The black community, the gay community, the gun owners, the this, the that, and that. You're just waiting for your turn for that person on the screen to tell you what you want to hear, not knowing really if they are going to follow through with it. But as frustrated as this makes me sometimes, how can you blame them? We've been indoctrinated into this way of thinking for a very long time. We've been told lies about the government, telling that the president is the most powerful position in the world, not knowing that the presidents are lobbied, bribed, more so, gas, oils, pharmaceuticals. We were taught that the pharmaceutical industry has our best interests at heart, but y'all don't understand the oxymoron. Why is the pharmaceutical industry a $1 trillion business? Wouldn't it make sense if they didn't? You don't ask yourself, that's a big number. If the pharmaceuticals were working, shouldn't everyone be healthy? So shouldn't that number be a little bit lower? But yet we have to keep on paying and paying and paying for their medicines that don't work. But how can you blame people for thinking that? We were taught young, we were taught young to trust the people in their lab coats experimenting on us. The people with their doctor's jackets, their PhDs, think about it. We started off with Flintstones vitamins, cartoon characters, and medicine, and they made it taste a little bit better for the kids. That makes us trust it. It's almost like candy to us. Power Rangers cough syrup. You see what I'm saying? But then as we get older and older and older, the verbiage on these labels gets more and more convoluted. Dimethyl some random Harry Potter sounding ass spell, and you just pop the pill because the dude told you to take it. For some reason you trust that guy, but whatever. We were taught that all the food in our grocery stores, was good for us. It's FDA approved, after all, it's FDA approved. How can you blame people for believing that and trusting in that? We got Fruit Loops, we got Skittles, M&Ms, all these sweet candies that we get addicted to at a young age. Everyone has a sugar crash, and yet we keep running back to it. We get all these cavities from all the sugar that we ate as children. But we never really put two and two together, that everything in your normal grocery stores, your Kroger's, Walmart's, what have you, are owned by a handful of companies. All of them have some bad ingredients in it. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and your diet drinks, if you're trying to avoid the sugar, aspartame, a known carcinogen. And yet they put it in your food. But don't worry, it's FDA approved. Keep eating it. A lot of the food in the United States is banned in other countries. Shouldn't that raise some red flags? But anyway, you can't blame people for that because they trust the man on the TV. They never look behind the curtain. I talk so much about people finding the power within them, but yet every election cycle, all we do is delegate our power to somebody else. Again, to someone that more than likely you will never sit down and have a dinner with. You will ruin relationships, friendships, over some people that are pandering to you. It's so funny to me, man. You could be learning politics every single day, but people only care about it when it's the Super Bowl, aka the election season. They just want their team to win. Everyone running around regurgitating just the big headline talking points. When you see these debates, you can see where sometimes they just force a talking point into the discussion when it wasn't even necessary. There's hundreds of problems with the country, but they will rile you all up with 3 big bullet points and make y'all fight amongst yourselves about it. When you don't even know if they're actually going to follow through with their promises. But yet we are the United States of America, and we prove every single election time that we are not united on a damn thing. But how can you blame these people? It's scared to jump out of the fencing, out of the corral with all the other sheep. It's scary to think for yourself. Why would you want to recognize the power that you have as an individual when you could just delegate it to somebody else. You don't have to carry that responsibility, that burden of being responsible for your own life, your own self, your own power, your own health, your own wisdom, your own knowledge. That's too much responsibility. I'm going to delegate my power to that person so they can hopefully do things for me. They pandered to me enough, which is just another fact. People just want to be pandered to during these election cycles. So what are you going to do for the black community? When have they done anything for the black community? I mean, as a whole. I mean, and even if they did, you still gonna blame the white man, even though you paid for you used your rent money on some new J's, but it's the white man's fault. I mean, so you blame the white man, but then you want to vote for the white man. Interesting. It's so weird to me, you know. LGBTQ, what are you doing for our rights? Well, I mean, y'all fight for it every single 2 seconds. Why are you waiting for some one person to come give you all that? You're an organization, right? You're a group, right? Go fight for your own stuff. Make it work for yourself. It's weird to me, man. You know, it's like, oh, I'm poor, so what are you going to do? Well, like, okay, you're poor. You're going to wait for the government to come give you money that always comes with some type of cost associated with it? But I'm poor, so what are you going to do? I'm only going to vote for you if you give me money, so accept a bribe. And that makes you better than the rich people that you hate so much. You see what I'm saying? They beat your ass all the way down, and then they're going to offer your hand up, and you'll just take it because you're so destitute in your current way of living that you just need your hero when you're your own hero. I don't get it. But, like I said, it's just easier to delegate that responsibility to somebody else. You know? I can't wait till all this stuff is done because it'll be over and everyone can go back to not giving a shit about politics until the next cycle. People are going to say so-and-so cheated. Someone's going to say that so-and-so doesn't deserve it. So-and-so is going to say that they're going to leave this country if so-and-so wins. Oh, this country's doomed. Oh, this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Why don't you operate at the local level and expand outwards? Y'all trying to skip all the way to the top and expecting these people that don't ever know who you are as an individual to do something for you. Band together. We are all living this. We are the 99% at this current moment. One day I will be in the top 1%, but that's neither here nor there. But it's like we are the 99% letting a handful of people dictate our lives. We hate the way things are going, but we continuously vote for them. You do realize that there are more options than Republican and Democrat, right? I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. And then there's this guy, a PhD, that could do some good things. Shit, you got somebody in your neighborhood that'll probably be a better president than both of these people. But yet, you're going to keep voting for the same people that got you where you are right now. Whole bunch of government regulations, rules, mandates, all this type of stuff, and you want to keep on voting for it. Some people will never learn, but how can you blame them? Till the next one.